Hi everyone. Someone asked me if I could do a tutorial on making a poppy for Remembrance Sunday, and I thought I'll have a go at making one around a button. If you can see that, it's done on quite a large button with the petals and a little leaf. It's really quick and easy to do, and I'll show you how to do it. But all you need is a button, a safety pin, although that's not essential. You could pin it on with, just a normal pin like you do paper poppies, so that's optional really. And then red and green yarn to make the poppy. Now I'm using a button with a really big holes in it that my hook will go through. If you haven't got one that's big enough, another option, obviously like that one it won't go through, you could use a really fine hook. This is a really tiny lace hook that will go through just enough to pull the yarn through, and then you can swap over to the hook that you're using. So that's another option there, but if you can get a big button, it just makes life a little bit easier. So all I'm going to do is hold the yarn at the back and come through one of the holes and pull the yarn through. It's a little bit fiddly to get going, and then hook your yarn and pull it through just like you would a normal crochet stitch. And then, depending on how big your button is, work some chains that will go about a quarter of the way, sort of in line with your next button there. So it's a bit of a guesswork because, as I say, it depends how big your button is. Just try and keep that loose bit tight if you can. The back there. So I'm doing about 5, I think should be sufficient. And then do the same again. Go down into the hole, hook up the yarn from the back, pull it through and just work a stitch. And then now I know that 5 is about right there, so I should just do 5 chains. And this time, to hold on the pin, and to just hold that at the back here. And as I go through the hole, I'm going to also go through the centre of the pin. Now just make sure that you're on the opposite side to where it opens, so you want this side. I'm going to go through it and hook the yarn around it to hold it in place. Pull it up and work the stitch. Do the 5 again, or however many you need for your button, and then again through and coming out on the other side through the centre of the pin. Pull your yarn back. And 5 again. And we're going to go back into the first hole again, just to get so that we can get an extra petal in there. And then 5. And then slip stitch into the top of that first one that you did there. And if you can see that, we've now got rows of 5 chains, and those through the buttons, and on the other side you can see how the pin has been held in place. So as I say, you don't have to do that if you haven't got a pin. You could fasten something on afterwards. So next, into these chain spaces we're going to work a double crochet, a half treble, 4 trebles, a half treble and a double crochet, all into the chain space. And if you're in the US, that would be a single crochet, a half double crochet, 4 double crochets, a half double crochet and a single crochet. Really hard to remember all these different terms. So we're doing double crochet, half double crochet and 4 trebles, and a half treble, and finally a double crochet. And then into the next one exactly the same. So just go over into the loop, double crochet, half double crochet and 4 trebles, half treble, sorry, then 4 trebles, and half a treble and a double crochet. And as you can see there, it starts to form these petals around the button. Now if it starts to come loose here on this little bit, you could fasten that in now if you like, just to tie it off so that it doesn't keep coming loose. It's entirely up to you. So you continue around doing exactly the same in the other 3 of these 5 chain spaces, or however many you needed on your button. Next I shall make the leaf to go on the back. Now this green is perhaps a little bit bright, but it'll be okay. It perhaps could do with being a little bit darker, but it'll be alright for now. So I'm going to do 10 chain, and in the second chain from the hook I shall do a double crochet, single crochet if you're in the US, and in the next one I shall do a half treble and then 4 trebles. So it's pretty much the same as we did for the petals. So 1, 2, 3 and 4, and a half treble and a double crochet. So we've got double crochet in the second chain from the hook, a half treble, 4 trebles, half treble and a double crochet. In the US that is a single crochet, half double crochet, 4 double crochets, half double crochet and a single crochet. And then just going back the other way, turn over, we'll do a chain, and we'll do a double crochet. So exactly the same again really, a double crochet, a half double crochet, 4 trebles, half double crochet, half treble, sorry, and a double crochet in the turning chain that you started with. As you can see, because those are a little bit offset, you've got the 4 trebles not in line with those, it gives this little curved effect to the leaf. It curls round, so if we just trim off that yarn, and we can sew that onto the back of the poppy. So I've woven in the ends where I finished, just down the back there, and I've threaded a needle with the starting thread, I've woven in the ends on the back of the poppy to hide those, and now if we hold it up the way that the pin will, when it's on your clothing, will go, I believe you're supposed to put the leaf at 11 o'clock to signify the 11th hour. So I shall position it just about there and just sew it in on the back. You can take your time on this and get it nicely positioned, but just for the sake of this video I shall just do it quickly to show you what it looks like. There we go. So there we go, I think it looks quite effective, and it's nice crocheting around a button. It's a new technique to learn. The leaf maybe could have gone down a little bit, but I think that's okay. If you do make one, instead of buying a paper poppy, do remember to make a donation in lieu of making it. It all goes to good causes, and we do need to remember the people who give their lives, not only in the past but in the present as well. It's not just all about the world wars. There's a lot of people in conflict at the moment, and we do need to remember them. So there we go, and I shall see you on the next video. Bye for now.